Right, folks, good afternoon. Now, I had a request from Alan Galley. Hello, Alan. Thank you for all your support and always commenting on my videos. Very nice of you. But he wanted to find out more about this band, Hetero, that I used to play in. Now, I know a lot of you probably think, I bet Jack never played in a band. He's just making it up. But honestly, folks, we played back in the year 2000, well, from 1999 to 1998 to 2001. We ruled the space punk scene in Dundee. There were other bands playing at the time as well. There was Casino, I remember them, and another band, they were called was it Flounder or something. I really liked the front guy there. He was really good. He was left-handed as well, so we used to sort guitars and things. And what was the other band? Oh, I can't remember their name now. The guy used to play the flute and the clarinet. It was really weird. Anyway, so Hetero. Yes, Hetero. Now, it consisted of, we just met, I knew Stewie from us having kids. So we formed this little band called the Absent Mothers back in around 1994. It was just Stewie playing the bass and myself on guitar and keyboards. We used to just make lots of just riffs and play stuff and record it. We got dead excited about it. We called ourselves the Absent Mothers. And we thought we were great and we used to listen to our stuff and it's brilliant, man. So anyway, Stewie met John. He knew John. He said he was a drummer. So we met up one day and we played in Stage 2000. And I had loads of songs, loads of stuff on the go. So we just banged out this stuff and it was absolutely awesome, man. So there we are. That's John, the drummer. That's me when I was a little bit fatter. Look at me, look, with my tin of lager. And there's Stewie, right? So that was us. And we called ourselves Hetero. I found the name Hetero. I just thought Hetero sounds, it means different and, and I loved it. And there was actually a band called Retro at the time, remember? And so Hetero and Retro in the same, they caused all sorts of problems. Anyway, so and there's Stewie again with myself. There we are. I used to wear headbands in the days. So, right. Yes. Hang on a minute. I'll pause just to think about what I'm talking about. Yeah, Hetero. So anyway, after lots of gigs, we used to play the Dundee pubs. Drouthy Neighbours was our favourite. We used to love going down underneath. It was a really sweaty little box, and we used to play, and we were dead close to the audience, and could almost touch them and everything. It was brilliant, and all my workmates used to come down and watch us play, and it was great fun, and we had all these songs, and it was just awesome, man. I loved it, and everybody's getting into the things, and we used to play the Westport Bar as well, and that was great fun. I used to love playing that. That was actually quite a good gig. It was quite a spacious thing, but then we didn't split up, but Stu and I had a bit of a falling out over something stupid. I remember that, and we sent each other emails about, I've got another band now, man. I'm playing with them, and I wrote out, I'm doing solo stuff now, so fuck you, man, and all this kind of stuff. It was terrible. Anyway, that went on for a year, so we eventually got back together again, and in 2000 we started playing again, and we had some new stuff. I remember I had this tape, it's still tape, man. And I just had recorded loads of stuff and let Stewie listen to it. And he was all dead excited about all this new stuff we were going to do. Visible Sanity Line. That was I got a Visible Sanity Line tune. And all this kind of stuff. And what was the other one I had? It was a blues thing. James Dean. Dan, 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 I'm a teen idol. That's my classic pose. James Dean. Another one was called Mick Jones. Mick Jones. Da-da-da-da. Mick Jones. And we had Mr. Personality. That was that. Down, down. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Wow, wow. Da-da-da-da. Those were the days. Anyway, so we played the gigs, and then we decided we were going to record an 8-track, a 4-track or something. Anyway, we were going to the studio. We went in. And, oh, man, because we hadn't played in a studio before, we were in separate little booths, and we were all confused and everything. And oh man, I remember I had loads of speed that day. I took loads of speed and off we went. And it lasted about 4 hours. And I was absolutely exhausted, man. Absolutely exhausted. I had to do the song about 4 or 5 times. And the engineer who was doing the recording was actually quite good. We said, listen, guys, you really know your stuff, but we just need to get the sound right. Because we were playing separate, I couldn't see John for the nods and that we used to do in the studio and all this kind of stuff. So it came out, and the CD, oh man, it was so good. We had this little listening party, went back and put it on, and oh man, we were all happy and everything. It sounded great. Now the CD, it was the Light Star EP. There was 5 tracks on it: Afternoon, Little White Tablets, Sexodus, Last of the 70s Teen Idols, and Light Star. I'm just a light star, I'm just a bright star shining down on you. That's the only love song I've ever written in my life. It was about Rosie. I was a light star and everything. Anyway, right, so now the CD, I had loads of them, and we gave them all away. And I just gave them all away, thinking, I'd have loads of them, and I thought I had it on my laptop. I thought I had the 5 tracks on it, but unfortunately I didn't. And then then the absolute tragedy, the tragedy of all tragedy, just as we were Hetero were coming back nice and strong, with some great new stuff to play as well. And we thought we were going to go in the studio and do another CD, because we were getting quite popular. We actually played a gig at the Edinburgh Playhouse. That was an absolute mental gig. We had to go in a transit van, and there was no windows in the back of the van. And there was myself, Rosie, my mate Colin, there was Stewie, John was up front with Mark, our manager. Who else in the back? There was a couple of other folk. Anyway, so Colin was skin up all the time, and there was just smoke everywhere. And I'd taken an ecstasy tablet. After the gig finished, I took an ecstasy, and we were coming home, and we crashed. Mark crashed into a roof and everything. Oh my God. And we had to come out, and the police arrived. Oh man, it was a nightmare. We eventually got home, and Mark had to pay money for the van. But Mark, the guy got himself a new cooker out of one of our gigs. We hardly got any money. So, as usual, management. Right. I'm going to stop to catch up with what I'm talking about. Right. So then, I can't remember what year it was now, but it wasn't that long ago. We were still playing away. I mean, it wasn't as serious as what we used to, because we used to play every Sunday. At Stage 2000, and we used to rehearse quite a lot. But then, of course, I started doing my Spiz things with Bro, so that kind of took over. And we used to practice on Wednesday night or something, but it wasn't quite the same. We knew we were getting older as well, and I think our time had come. And we were still standing. We were just a 3-piece man, and Stewie wasn't the best bass player in the world. He was quite limited to what he could do, and it would really annoy me. And we ended up having several fights. There was one gig we did where I was playing a song that was called I Was an Alien Love Child. I was an alien love child, my friend. Caught up in space dust and a cosmic hoe. Da, 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 da. Anyway, some of that. And there were quite a lot of chords in it, and he couldn't keep up. And he just couldn't play on stage. And he freaked out, and we stopped, and we started shouting at each other. And there was a big fight. I was swinging at him, he was swinging at me. Somebody had to step in, and that was the end of that, man. And then we sort of split up again because of that. But then John phoned me one night, and he said, I was lying in bed, and he said, Jag, it's John, I've got some horrific news. It's Stewie. And I said, what was it? He said, I've just seen Stewie, and he's got tubes in his nose, and he's had a stroke, and oh man, I started crying, man. I just couldn't believe it. I never saw Stewie in hospital. I never went to see him, because his wife Julie said, don't go and see him. It would just break your heart, man. It would just absolutely ruin you. So I didn't go. And then, a few weeks later, he died. And that was that. And John was like, should we get another bass? I said, no, can't do it, man. And even though as I said, we were a 3-piece, I could have done with some keyboards and some, another guitar or something. But as I said, we're quite limited. So that was the end of Hetero, man. There we are. So out there somewhere, somebody has a Hetero CD, man. I know Bro had a CD, and he used to play in his car all the time. His mate used to play in the car as well. They loved it. And the CD got really, really good reviews, man. And we sent a tape into the Courier as well. And they said, oh, this sounds like somebody found an old cassette back in the back of their settee and from the 70s, and they just discovered it. And it's like the Ramones with the Sex Pistols, all that sort of old 70s punk. It sounds like that. I was a bit, it's not like that. It's more sort of spacey, but never mind. But I call it space punk. That was the sound I gave the name to, space punk. It was big, heavy rock guitar, and Stewie's bass obviously, but he just followed the chords, dum 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 dum. And John's drumming. John was absolute, but he used to play disco and really, we were going to big jams and everything. It just wouldn't stop because we just kept on going and going. Some of our jams on CDs could go on for like years, man. They'd jump onto another CD to do it. Anyway, so somebody has a Hetero CD out there. Where is it, man? Somebody out there, please. I need a Hetero CD. Where is it?